Andy, this is office. These books represent different projects that we worked on. These are reports that we did. All these reports were written by us on the different projects that we worked on. So this is part of what we do, is locate, find a good project, and we write reports on it so we can have that information for later. We have a lot of assays, we do a lot of assays ourselves. We have our own XRF machine. And so these are the reports. Over here are some samples we're working on for some of our customers. We can take rocks like this, or bigger. A lot of times it's a lot bigger. And we can reduce them to powder like this. Now, this is done with a impact mill. And we kind of invented different mills, or reinvented, that'd be a better word, so that we can take that mill and we can replace a jaw crusher and a ball mill and an impact mill. Just do it all in one mill, and this helps the smaller miners out. And they can't hardly believe their results when they come to see how fine the material is that comes out of our mills. And this is something that we design and then build. This here is just some copper bars and copper and gold mixed. These are where we have done some work, and what we did is we located a platinum deposit, actually several of them, in a particular region, and then we began to trap the platinum in these bars here, and these have high concentrations of platinum in those bars. This is something that the miners don't know about yet, but a lot of these copper mines are just loaded with platinum in certain regions. And this is a picture of Alabama Lab when we were doing assays and working on the Verbena project here. So that's the picture here. Dusty makes a lot of these banners. Here's our XRF machine working in a place called Enrique. And here I'm in Texas studying some things. So this is some of what we do. This is a project we worked on in Africa. This is a very, very big project. This is a project we worked in Jalisco. Is that? No, that's Mazatlan. Here is a picture of a free gold under a microscope, and this is what we call micron gold. And here's a plant we set up, a test plant in a place in Jalisco. This has got extremely high values on this project here. This just shows the gold that we recovered from different of our tests. And this is a place in El Grullo in Jalisco. We had a test plant there. This is some Alabama pictures mixed with some Mexico pictures. But this shows you some of what we do. All this work you see here was work that we did. Here we are at mile marker point 39 on the industrial corridor in Guatemala, and this is our outside shop area. We build our equipment in other places now, but a lot of times we will build something here as a first piece, and then we'll send it to the fabricators and let them build the other pieces. These are some tables we're fixing it for a customer, and we got to put the top on and some other things. Let's look in here. This is a small ball mill we built. It's designed for a 2-ton plant. It fits perfect in our plant and does a particular job. This mill is truly awesome. It just does a tremendous job. What does our mill cost us?
The little one is 78,000 pesos. What would that be in dollars?
3,500.
Something like that.
And this one is what?
This one's 132.
So that's about 7,500.
Yes, sir.
don't hold us to those figures, we're doing quick math. But this mill in USA would cost what?
Over 20,000.
Over 20,000.
And it doesn't do as much.
We've got a better mill that does a better job. We used to buy equipment from Mount Baker Metal and Mining. They're a great company, got great equipment, but they're very expensive. We had to spend about $20,000 on a mill like this from them. But we made this for our customers, let's say $8,000
Okay.
less for our customers here. And they're shocked by what they get. Most of our equipment is already sold before we ever build it. And that's why we don't have much inventory. We sell it quicker than we can build it. And so this is a high seller right here. And we think it's a tremendous mill. Now
It's already sold. They're picking up Monday.
We got 3 different versions of this kind of mill here. One is a real fancy mill that we're fixing to test out, but we got 3 versions of this mill that we built. This table here is, we copied the design from Mount Baker Metal and Mining. They copied it from Deister Table, so it's not a patent deal. And what we did is the Mount Baker Metal and Mining table worked better than any table we worked, and we worked a lot of tables. And so we said, what can we build one cheaper? And this is about $5,000 right here. And if you want to buy it from Mount Baker Metal, how much is it?
It's 19,950, 20,000 bucks.
Oh, huh?
20,000.
So quite a difference. Now we even talked to Mount Baker Metal and Mining about building their equipment in Mexico. And we never finished those conversations, and we just took so long, we decided we'd build the stuff ourselves. Now this mill is a little bit better, we think, than Mount Baker Metal and Mining mill.
Yes.
We got some features on it they don't have. And so we're able to do this because we're using determined engineers and fabricators to help us put together these products. And we can do it a lot cheaper here in Mexico than you can in the United States, of course. But we have some used equipment over there for sale. But this is an example of what we do. We're trying to help the small miners recover values without having to invest so much money in doing it. Right now they'll mine and they'll send it to toll plants, and these toll plants they send it to them are cheap.
Yep.
And so they said, well, we just want to recover it ourselves. And then some of them say, well, we really want you to recover it, but you don't have a toll plant. So this is some of what we're doing right now.
Hey there, Mr. Andy, this is Dusty. This is the place that I do all my cutting, laser cutting. Well, it's one of the places I do it, but it's the main one. This is his laser machine. This is where he cuts all my machines right here. He cuts the mills for me, the ball mills for me, whatever I need to be laser cut, he cuts. He normally has a lot of tractors, but he is completely sold out. He's got a couple tractors. But this is the machine that cuts all my mills. It's a really nice machine.
Andy, this is one of the shops that we work out of. It's a little shop, but we build a lot of things here. It's owned by a Mennonite, and we pay them to build what we design. That's a little small conveyor that they just finished for us. They're working on a bigger conveyor for us down there. And they're building, I think, about 5 mills for us right now. But this is part of what we do. We design, we buy the parts, and we use shops like this to build our equipment. And this little shop builds most of that equipment. This is a very small conveyor, but it works good for a 1 ton and 2 ton per hour plant in certain applications. And of course, this is a cheaper conveyor, which has a benefit to our clients. This is a bigger conveyor they're working on right now for us. It's a very good conveyor for our type of work. And when you processing ore. This is some steel we cut for 3 different mills. This is the mill body, We have other steel out there for the frames and stuff like that. So they're fixing to build these 3 mills here now, and we're fixing to send them 2 more steel for 2 more mills. This is another of Dusty's banners, but the reason I'm showing you this one is if you look here, that in a ton, that's $1.7 million. That's 58,594 grams. That's a product that we produced from some things like this in our platinum discovery. Now don't get me wrong, there's not many like that, but that was a high concentration in a concentrate. Of course, we didn't have a whole ton of it, but that's what a ton is worth. So that's part of our platinum discovery. It shows you that.
Good.
Hopefully this explains some of what we do. We really have a lot of interest. Dusty and his wife Grease, they work very hard. Griselda, they work very hard. They sell a lot of equipment, and I've got myself replaced. They can have it built and sold without me right now. But from this stuff, our ultimate goal is to design what we call an MX-70 plant, which was going to consist of first a gravity operation, and second an MX-70 process that hooks on the back that processes the tailings on. So hopefully that gives you an understanding of what we do.